England fitness concerns over Ollie Robinson and Mark Wood as Cricket West Indies presidents 11 bowled out for 264. England bowl out CWI presidents 11 for 264 on day 3 of warm-up outing in Antigua on a sluggish surface, but by then concerns were elsewhere. Robinson took the first wicket of the day but pulled up midway through his 4th over with back pain. Wood yet to play due to feeling unwell. Fitness scares over Ollie Robinson and Mark Wood have left England with an unwanted headache ahead of next week's first test against the West Indies, with the shadows off James Anderson and Stuart Broad looming large. In scoreboard terms, things went relatively serenely on day 3 of their warm-up outing in Antigua, with the CWI presidents 11 bowled out for 264 on a sluggish surface, but by then the concerns were already elsewhere. Recommended 1/5. Johnny Bairstow hits 100 on day 2 of England warm-up game against Cricket West Indies presidents. Read more. Recommended by. With their 2 leading wicket-takers controversially axed for this trip, and a backlash bubbling away among their supporters, seeing 2 more of their first-choice bowlers unable to get on the pitch was the last thing the tourists needed. Robinson took the first wicket of the day but pulled up midway through his 4th over with back pain and was not seen again. For a player who left the field for treatment on several occasions in the Ashes and saw his conditioning publicly called into question by team management, it was a particularly awkward turn of events. England's Johnny Bairstow hits warm-up century. England cricket fixtures. Wood excelled in a losing cause down under but has yet to play any part in this match, having felt unwell over the past 48 hours. He made a belated and brief visit to the Coolidge cricket ground before returning to the team hotel to rest up. It is understood England do not suspect COVID-19 and, while they hope he will soon rally, his preparations for the series opener have already been damaged. In their absence, the uncapped pairing of Saqib Mahmood and Matt Fisher were drafted into the game, but while both acquitted themselves handily, neither made a forceful case for inclusion. Indeed, on a slow pitch that offered minimal encouragement, none of England's remaining fit seamers were able to make a breakthrough in 44.4 overs between them. Instead, it was a more profitable outing for the spin contingent. Jack Leach led the way with 4 for 62, Dan Lawrence bagged a couple of unexpected wickets with his part-timers, and captain Joe Root also picked one up. As a guide to the Test series, it all fell rather flat, with attention drifting towards those who were injured, ill or stewing at home in England rather than those who were busy establishing a 202-run first innings lead. Leach's efforts were likely enough to dispel any thoughts of leaving him out at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium in favour of an all-seam attack, but the ankle-high shooter which trapped Centurion Raymond Rifer LBW was a reminder that the pitch was not exactly Test standard. Rifer's 106, and the inability of Chris Wokes, Craig Overton or the newer duo of Mahmood and Fisher to prize him out, will go down as a minor blemish for. When England's second innings began, newcomer Alex Lees was unable to repeat his strong first impression, following his first day 65 by nicking Preston. McSweentoe slipped for 10. Ben Stokes replaced him, nudged up the order after lacking time at the crease in his previous innings, but he was undone by a questionable LBW verdict. That meant he was gone for 19. That left him as the only member of the top 6 not to bank at least a half-century ahead of the series, but England will not be too concerned about there. The last act of the day saw Zach Crawley LBW for 35 to low bounce, with England 279 ahead on 77-3. Paul Collingwood. Robinson's injury doesn't look good. Ollie has got a back spasm. It's not ideal. It's hard to say at the moment, but when someone walks off like that it doesn't look good. England's interim coach Paul Collingwood told Sky Sports afterwards. These kind of spasms can heal as quickly as they come. We'll just have to assess it. I certainly don't think Ollie will be bowling on day 4, that would be too much of a risk. As a bowler you do pick up injuries. It's something we're always on top of with Ollie and he knows that, but he's working hard as anyone else, and it's unfortunate when something like that happens. Test cricket is a hell of a lot different to playing a 4-day county match. Sometimes we expect these guys to come from county cricket and be the finished article. They're certainly not skill-wise and not physically. I am sure he understands his body pretty well from county cricket, but we can't take risks with him and push him too far, too soon. As for Wood, the outlook appears brighter. Mark has gone for precautionary blood tests today, but I am hoping to get 2 or 3 spells out of him, added Collingwood. His loads have been good in training and I can't add any more days into the schedule, so hopefully it will be enough. It's definitely not COVID related. It's an illness that has developed. But it's looking positive at the moment.